Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kristen. Thank you so much for practicing with me. In today's class, I'll be guiding you through a yin yoga practice for grief and emotional healing. We'll work with postures that help us to stimulate the lung and the large intestine energy channel so that we can release and let go of any heavy emotions like grief that's been stored in the breath and in the lungs. So, in this way, we can move back into the ease and the wisdom of the heart that teaches us how to transform grief into compassion. And in this way, we're alchemizing our emotions and turning metal into gold, the gold of the spiritual awareness. And if you're enjoying these classes on YouTube and you'd like to go much deeper into your home yin yoga practice, then join me in my home membership, The Heart of the Heart, where I'm guiding you through full length practices from a yoga therapy perspective. And you can learn more about that in the links below. For today's practice, let's get started in a comfortable seated position, and we'll take a moment to drop into our breath and connect with our bodies. You can place your palms lightly on your thighs and bring your thumb and your first finger together to touch, drawing down through the hips and softening through your thigh bones. Taking a breath to extend up along your spine, all the way up to the crown of your head. Feeling the crown of your head open to the sky above. And a soft sense of broadening across the collarbone from shoulder to shoulder as your awareness settles into the heart space. Into the meeting point between heaven and earth, and the seat of your soul. Welcoming in the breath and feeling your breath expanding into the side of the rib cage and drawing upwards to the upper lobes of the lungs. Taking a moment to enjoy these full cycles of breath. And simply noticing any emotions present within the fabric of your breath, your connection to the life force around you. Noticing the presence of any heaviness in through the lungs or the chest. And simply allowing your breath to reach into these spaces and begin to gently clear away any darkness or heaviness that you've been holding. And we'll continue with this meditation on the breath and the emotions as we move from posture to posture. You can open your eyes, take a breath, and roll your shoulders up to your ears. And exhale, relax the shoulders back and down. Bring your fingertips down by your hips. And again, extend up along the spine. And we'll take a breath and we'll reach the left palm up, bending at the elbow and sliding the palm to the base of your skull. Just take a moment to settle through that arm bone, and then take your right arm and float the palm on top of the elbow. So you're bringing just a gentle amount of weight to the elbow. You can close your eyes here. Feeling the skull bone rest back into your palm. And breathing deeply into the left side of the rib cage. And all the way up through the armpit. And from the armpit to the elbow point. Connecting your breath to this pathway of prana. And as you hold here and breathe, there's absolutely no need to force a stretch. Instead, you're simply dropping into awareness of breath, sensation, holding space for any emotions to arise. Relaxing your right fingertips back down to the ground, extending the left palm up and exhaling the left arm down. Taking a breath and just feeling the movement of energy down through the arm line and into the earth. And then extend open through your right leg and shift your body over towards the right thigh. And you can bring the left foot to the upper inner thigh. Take a moment to breathe here. Lengthen up along the spine. And let's bring our left palm across to the outer leg line on the right side. Taking a breath here. And you can feel a gentle pull through the tissue all the way down into the thumb. As you're ready, let's exhale and softly begin to fold forward over the right thigh. And as you fold, you're compressing the lower abdomen on the right side. You can keep the left arm draping across the shin bone. If that's feeling a little too intense, just simply relax that palm down to either side of your leg. And you can also add some propping for your forehead here. feeling the weight of your bones dropping into the earth. And the full release of your exhalation. Allowing the exhale breath to release the energy down and out. And then slide your fingertips under your shoulder and roll up one vertebrae at a time. And as you lift up, can you expand across the collarbone and take a full deep breath up into the heart? And then shift over to your right hip, and we're coming to pigeon pose on the right side. If pigeon pose isn't great for your knee, you can always modify and come instead into deer pose. And if you're coming into pigeon pose, draw the front heel closer to the groin and lengthen the back leg out behind you. Taking a moment to settle through the pelvis and adding support underneath the right hip and perhaps even some props for your chest and forehead. Taking a breath here. As you inhale, rise up through the chest, taking a big breath and looking up. And then exhale and settle through the pelvis and the hips and fold forward and down. And can you feel your breath expanding through the back of the lungs, the whole back body expanding? And as you exhale, releasing through that space between the shoulder blades, releasing and letting go. Take your time to place your palms under your shoulders and slowly guide the heart space all the way up, taking a few breaths. And then exhale and shift over to the right hip. Bring both legs in front of you, and you can shake out your legs or you can rock your knees from side to side. Just take a moment to integrate that whole sequence. You might just close your eyes and breathe. And then we'll come back into a comfortable seated position, rolling the shoulders up, back, and down. And exhaling. And you can bring your fingertips back down by your hips and again extend up along your spine. And we'll take a breath and float the right arm up, bending at the elbow and placing the palm to the base of your skull. Just take a breath here to open up through that energetic channel that connects to the lungs. And then we'll inhale, and you can float the left arm up and place that on top of the right elbow and close your eyes. Expanding your breath into the right side of the rib cage. And exploring any spaces that feel heavy or dark, stagnant. And the spaces where you feel lightness, where the light shines through. Relaxing through the left palm, and then you can release your right arm and place the fingertips to the ground and just take a pause here. Just feeling the energy running down and out into the earth. And then you can extend your left leg open to the left and bring the sole of the right foot to the upper inner thigh, shifting your body towards the left thigh. And we'll inhale and take the right arm across to the outer leg line. And take a breath here to lengthen up. And then we'll fold forward, compressing the lower abdomen on the left side, massaging the large intestine and colon. And let's fold here. And again, if it's too much to have the arm draped across the shin bone, you can just place your palms underneath the shoulders and relax. Perhaps you're adding extra support for your forehead. Working with the power of the exhale breath to release and let go. Letting go of any burdens that have become too heavy, burdens in the body and the mind. And giving yourself permission to lay them down and release them. Take several breaths to roll all the way up. And as you rise up again, expand across the collarbone and take a full breath into the center of the chest, into the seat of the soul, the inner sun, shining through any heaviness in the heart. And then shifting over to your left hip. And again, you can move into pigeon pose on the left side or modify by coming to deer pose. And take a moment to prop through the outer left hip or add any props for your chest and forehead. And then rise up through the chest and take a big breath here. Look up. And exhale to sink down through the pelvic bowl and hips and fold forward and down. Expanding breath into the back body. Taking your final breath here, feeling the breath expanding through the back of the lungs and chest, and then rising up, shifting over to the left hip, swinging both legs around in front of you. And you can release your legs forward and shake them out a little bit. And for our last posture, we'll be working with a bolster. So you can either use a bolster or you can use a cushion or a rolled up blanket to support your spine. And we'll take our prop to the tailbone and taking a moment to lengthen up along the spine. And then as you exhale, roll down onto your prop, one vertebrae at a time. And gently roll each shoulder underneath you and bring your palms alongside your body facing the sky. You can either keep your legs extended out in front of you or you can come to reclined butterfly pose by bending your knees and bringing the soles of your feet together to touch. Just take a moment here to check in with your body, noticing if you need extra support underneath your sacrum to support the lower back. And then allow the collarbone to widen and the core of the shoulders to soften. Inviting in the wisdom of your breath, the breath connected to the source of prana and to the universal light. You can imagine with each breath that you are drawing in the light all the way up into the heart space, gently clearing away any heaviness, and parting the veils that obscure the light of the heart. And for your final few breaths here, you can draw the arms behind you and reach for opposite wrists or opposite elbows. And take deep and full breaths here. And then exhale and relax and let go. And from this space, you can roll over to one side of your body, curling the spine and hugging the knees towards your chest. Breathing into the back of your heart. And then coming to a place of rest, either in Shavasana on the ground or coming up into Sukhasana, easy sitting pose. Closing your practice with integration, with silence, with stillness, as you simply rest back into the knowing of your heart. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Please feel free to stay longer in your space of rest, and I'll see you next time. Namaste. For more yoga practices like these, please like this video, comment below, and share this video with a friend. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.